Hey guys, just a quick movie review for you. Gran Turismo. This was really a great film, and I knew it was, and nobody was talking about it. And it did not very well domestically in the U.S., but pretty well overseas everywhere else. It should have done better in the U.S. It really was a great film, and I'm going to tell you little stories as well about how actually playing Gran Turismo also made me win a race. So that stay tuned for that, because what this is a story of a real guy who played Gran Turismo, got into it after beating out 90,000 the Gran Turismo Academy, and then got to actually race, and unbelievably managed to podium at Le Mans. So getting third in Le Mans is kind of a big deal, and has been a professional race car driver since. It's a very good story. It's a true story for the most part. A couple things got rearranged time-wise with his crash at Nuremberg. But amazingly, played by Archie, I'm going to butcher names here, Madekwe, the director Niel Blomkamp, who should really get more big budget movies to direct, because this was amazing, but he really hasn't gotten big Hollywood movies since he blew up for District 9, and then Elysium, which was pretty good, and Chappie, which I think was really good. So District 9 and Chappie were really, really good. This was very, very good. It's worth a check out, especially if you like racing movies or inspirational movies. Very well acted by a lot of people, including David Harbour, who everybody knows from Stranger Things, Orlando Bloom, Djimon, Hounsou. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but he goes back to me to Never Back Down, right? So, martial art guys on my channel, you're going to remember him in Never Back Down, and recently in Shazam and some other superhero films and all of that. But he's really a great actor. His eyes show a lot of emotion. I wish they would have used him more. They probably pulled it back to have more of the relationship with his trainer coach, David Harbour. But he's really a great actor, and I kind of wish they used him a little more. He shows so much emotion in his eyes, especially when he's crying or concerned and those kind of things. But that driving action was great. I mean, this was big production. This was like, if you liked Ford versus Ferrari, another excellent film. You're going to like this film. And really, more people, I think people in America blew it off like, oh, it's just a kids thing, a video game thing. It's not. It's a family movie. It's an inspirational movie. And really, really very, very good. Now, how did Gran Turismo win me a race? Well, unfortunately, I've never been a professional race car driver. It's very expensive. Had I grown up doing go-karts, like, my life could have been a lot better pursuing that, perhaps, that passion instead of MMA and all that. But even though I really haven't owned many very fast cars, I used to throw a Miata around Laurel Canyon sideways. But besides that, and, that's speed in corners. Besides that, and my original 1970 Dodge Challenger, my first car, which really wasn't that fast because it was very heavy and I only had a 318. Anyway, years ago, I was just driving a beat-up man van is all I had driven in years. A slow-ass old Astro van with the door falling off the man van, but that's a whole other story. But I was taken to Motor Trend or Car and Driver. I think it was Motor Trend's 30th anniversary party at in Indiana Speedway near the Indy 500 Speedway, but a different quarter track. Went around with a professional race car driver, and this was for all the writers and management. Everybody's there. Guys that literally test fast cars for a living, and I hadn't driven a fast car in a long time, or even a manual in quite a very long time. But I had the original Xbox, and I did have Gran Turismo 2, I don't know, 4, whatever one it was at that time when probably the first Xbox came out. Kind of makes me want to buy a game. Anyway, Honda S2000, never driven one. But anyway, from playing Gran Turismo, I knew how to use it, how to keep it in the high RPM range. And literally, I beat out all the professional riders that tested cars all the time, supercars and all that. Had never been in it, and in the solo racing course, I beat everyone in the Honda S2000. I wish I would have became a racer. This really makes me kind of sad that I didn't really pursue this kind of thing, and I've only done a little bit of stunt driving. Schools were expensive. I should have done that. Maybe I could have gotten in with some of the people I know that worked on this, and a lot of people I know that worked on Ford versus Ferrari. But yeah, I beat everyone there absolutely because, just like the true story here, absolutely because of the video game Gran Turismo. And I'm not a gamer, I haven't played it forever, but this makes me want to go buy a new system and get the game, quite frankly, because knowing how to keep it in the high RPM range, how to power shift in the corners to keep the RPM up, made me beat everybody out. I've also beat everyone out a track day with Lotus Elise back in the day. Solo raced my Challenger once, so I've done a little bit of solo racing. I did a couple days of stunt driving in NCIS, and I kind of did stunt tryouts for Bad Boys at the Atlanta Speedway, but I kept being too manly strong with hitting the e-brake, and then it would stick in the shitty Saturns or whatever cars they were. But I pushed it, and I knew how to push it, and boy, it makes me want to race. Anyway, this was probably my longest movie review I've done, but everyone, you passed it up. Gran Turismo, you shouldn't have. This is really a very good film, good racing action, high production value. I don't know if it was 80, 60 million or 200 million. I don't know. And it deserves more people watching it, and you'll really enjoy it, especially if you like other race movies. All right, everyone, let me know if you've seen it. Let me know what you think down below, or go check it out. Thanks.